Vero has also talked about it. It might anger us, yes. But then we also have our brothers who are Muslims, brothers and sisters. And don't forget, I'll be very honest as a Christian, both spirits, we pull in. We find ourselves pulling each other. But then, for us, as Christians, I think we are carried more. We are carried away, and I'm thinking we have taken it in a so worldly way. We don't believe anymore that there is this Father in heaven sometimes who can come and deal with some of these issues, and He will deal with them. He will deal with them. But it is a nation where, again, we have to ask ourselves before we even now cry and do. You see, all of us, there's something we've just done wrong to our own nation. All of us. We cannot point finger to this one, to the other one. We will not be solving that problem. But we need to come out, a few of us. When we say it and know that the next step I must be doing is doing at least one thing that is right, trying my best because I know I'm not perfect, I'm not human, so that we start changing all these things that we are seeing. Because even if we cry how, we will just be like the same Israelites who are Christians like us those days. They even went at a point where every time when you look at Moses as a leader, he would come back angry, do this, then he's told, anger does not take you. We need a different way. God tells Moses, you have angered, you have done it with anger, it's not right. So that is one thing, even as we should ask ourselves. Yes, there is anger. Yes, our children are very angry. Yes. But in that anger, if we are not careful also, we destroy completely. In that anger, you open up that space where, again, evil will thrive. We will wonder how to deal with it. Because there are those people who believe in thriving in anger. When people are angry, that side, for them, that is better. And we have to, if we are serious, we are Christians. We do this. Whether you go to church or not, does not matter. But the most important thing, does the value matter? As Ken says, ethically, do you find some of this consciousness just dipping into you and asking you a question and pointing into you and trying to scare you that this is about to happen, but it is not right? And you are able to, because now also in the challenge we face in our country, it's like we fear so much that sometimes even when you want to do the right thing, you call out because you see. So if I never prayed, you see, we'll not be discussing these things. Which was, sometimes you're asking myself, why did I go? Why did they call me there to pray after all then? Because you're praying to God. You're not praying to this human. No, the prayer was to God to help us. The prayer was to God to help us, lead us, who God has given us a privilege to be in any position. Either you are in executive side, you are in legislature, you are in judiciary, because those three arms, all of them, we have sort of messed them up. We have sort of decided to thrive. We call it corruption, call it anything, shortcuts, everything. It's in all of those. If we do well in this other side will do well. And so it is something that we have to get up and tell ourselves, but to bring back Kenya, it's not even about, it's about me. It's about me. The small space I have been given. How best can I do to just see, not 3, not 4, one transformation that everyone will see, and this one was done. And this one was done rightfully, and it will be a legacy. It can serve the way the Mzungus do their things, and it serves for years. You see it. There's no wastage. There's no going back there 1 year, 6 months. You are repeating the same thing you did, and you're saying you did it. That is what is a bit painful. But I think the most painful thing right now in Kenya is just our ethics. It's just our ethical value that completely has gone. And we must call it back. And we must have a few who will believe that we must call that back, and we will have to use the Christian values to call it back, just the same way our Muslim brothers and sisters use the Quran to call back their values, to call back their children. They take them in madrasa. They do everything. They make sure they're in the right place at the right time. And for us, it's like we have become now the Israelites. We are somewhere in a Babylon where we are just in a big rumble. But it's also something that God is telling us, that there's somewhere we did wrong, and all of us sort of ran away to just say, the worst mistake we ever did was when the priest and the king, who, when the Bible says the priest will bless the king and the king will build a country, they went to bed together. It was the most unfortunate thing for Kenya. And God has now shown us it does not work that way. That is why the priest cannot come out and shout to the king. That is why the priest cannot have a heaven where we can run and say, now I'm going back to church, that holy place, that holiness there, to stand in that pulpit and cry. It cannot come out with good fruit because we distorted, we have messed it, we poisoned the pulpit. And so we must agree also that it was wrong. And we must call in all of them, both the priests, and tell them, look, sanctify your pulpits for your people to come out and be able to face the king and say, wrong is wrong, right is right. That is what we are missing. That is where that ethical value has gone. That's where we got it. We got it in Sunday school. It's not something that needs a law. No, you don't need laws. It was something that God believed it is in you. It's in your inner that you have to stand with what is good or bad. That you can think, I can kill. It is not about the law that time. It is you in yourself that evilness has just entered. And so that is one thing as Kenyans, the day we agree, we went wrong. We put the two together where we knew this one, when he goes wrong, so where does he go? The Bible said when either David or whoever was wrong would run to Samuel and will tell Samuel, I need prayers. I am wrong here. So here, we have no place to run. Even as leaders, we are just hanging there. Then you'll find us in church. Then we will say everything we want to say. Who says God will allow the pulpit to be done that way? That's why you'll bring us into this confusion and tell us, now sort it out. See how it hurts. See how it kills us. Kills us in your spirit, kills us in our physical. That's where we are. So we can't see anything good. Even if there is goodness, it is difficult at the moment to see goodness